I feel like when it comes to dating, one, I feel like there's two things. So there's two different topics I'm going to address. One is just being single and not dating for a majority of your life. Being someone who's like in your mid to late 20s, never having a boyfriend, never having dated anyone.
That's
And both of
crazy.
what I'm going to talk about applies to me. So I'm speaking from my personal experience, but also just watching other people's videos reminded me of it. And basically, I feel like for me, I am 29. I've never had a boyfriend.
Wow.
I've I've been on dates, but not like I don't actually try to go on dates. I can explain that later. But I watched this video of this woman, like very beautiful, very pretty, very put together, and basically I think like I don't think being single into your mid to late 20s or even 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever is about something to be embarrassed of or ashamed of, because at the end of the day, every person that I know who has been single for majority of their life, it's because they typically have high standards and a high level of self-worth. Now, I'm not saying you can dating means you don't have those things. Just because you like going on dates does not mean you don't have high standards or you don't have high self-worth. But particularly when I see the people who are like, I've never had a romantic partner, XYZ, and this girl, like, I related to her video so much. If I can find it on my TikTok, I'll show it, because it actually was such like, to me to a T, me to a T. Oh, perfect.
I'm a 28-year-old baddie and I've never had a boyfriend ever in my life. I have never experienced romantic love, and honestly, at this point, I don't think I ever will. Let's talk about it.
Okay. First of all, the comparison that she is making is crazy. To compare herself to this woman to herself is asinine. Secondly, this woman is saying that she hasn't had a boyfriend, but she's probably possibly having situationships. These women are gonna be in two different places in life.
Once in a while, I'll.
Okay, so this was the video. I just wanted to show you guys it. I hope y'all realize when I say I saw a video talking about this, I'm talking about an actual video I saw. Because I feel like sometimes y'all think I'm making it up. And no, I really watched a video where someone said that. Like, I have no reason to make up, oh, I saw someone say this. Like, if I say I watched a video and someone said something, I watched a video and someone said something. Ooh, your girl is thirsty. Oh, it's very dehydrated today. Okay, so let's
Really?
begin. So that was the video that inspired some of it. So she's 28, I'm 29. Now she said she's a baddie. I don't know if I would consider myself a baddie. I can look put together when I need to, when I want to. But I'm not someone who's like super focused on just like, I need to have my makeup, hair done, nails done, whatever all the time. I can do that when I want to, if and when I want to, basically. I can be a baddie whenever I want, basically. And I choose not to care most days. But
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Everybody competes. If you don't compete, what are you doing? Everybody is in competition, whether you're in the workplace, just in life in general, what you're trying to acquire. Everything. The market is competition. So for her to say that she can become a bad if she wants to be, then why aren't you? Why are you choosing to be mediocre? That just doesn't make any sense. Like, who chooses mediocrity? I mean, maybe it's the easy way out, but at the same time, um, we got a culture of people, man. And I will say this too. I think a lot of this culture, they get addicted to masturbation culture, men and women, to where they masturbate behind closed doors, and they get satisfaction, but they don't get the real world experience from actually acquiring it from the opposite sex. And then they get all these endorphins, hormones, they get all this dopamine release, but it's not from actual valid experience. And I think that's what this woman probably does. She probably masturbates behind the scenes a lot, and she's getting that I don't need a guy, I'm okay, but that's not cool.
Anyways, I can be, I don't know, I'm not focused on that part. It was really just her reasonings, which I'm not going to play the whole video because I want to say it's like a longer one. But she basically said like she has high standards, and as do I, because
Why are you comparing
I
yourself to her?
honestly feel like the caliber of men that I would date don't exist. And she also considers herself to be a hopeless romantic. I wouldn't necessarily put myself in that category, but I don't know. I did read a lot of romance novels growing up, and I do think, like, in a sense, the romance novels can give you like
False hope.
skew your version of like your expectations of what you want in a partner.
Disney fairy tale. That's why I say I blame the parents, and I don't read stuff like that, man. If you gotta have people active in your life that's keeping you grounded and in reality, because if you stay in fantasy land all the time, if you stay your head in the clouds, bro, you are not going to be able to function amongst most people, because you have to have a level playing field when it comes down to doing anything in life. You know, if you always just if you just a green individual, or if you just overly expecting certain things, that's gonna be a problem at the same time.
It definitely, I don't know, I wouldn't say it made my standards higher, but reading romance novels as a young adult, teen, whatever, definitely gave me like, I don't know, it takes more for me to be impressed, I would say. Like when you read romance novels, you understand. So anyway, she said that, and then she also had an example and watched how her dad treated her mom,
Okay, that's a
and
good
things like
example.
that. Now, for me personally, I would say my standards are high, mostly because of like character things, but also I think in general it's just hard finding, in my opinion. Well, I'm not going to say it's been hard finding because I'm not looking. That's the main thing. I'm not looking,
Hope.
but I feel like I don't see a lot of men that are up to the standard that I would consider dating.
This woman is crazy right now. See, if this was Kevin Samuels talking, he would chop her up right now, man. Ma'am, you don't even qualify for the guys that you saying that don't meet your standards. I'm just being honest. Just off the physicality alone, there's always somebody for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Yes, she's heavier. There's guys that love heavier women. You know what I'm saying? That's and probably her physique. I haven't seen her entirely, so I don't know for sure. But at the same time, you batting outside your league, and you need somebody. See, all this I want to be independent, single, I can't find nobody to match me. Man, you 29, you get 40 and 50, you gonna be wishing you had somebody, because survival is not meant to be done alone. Most people don't even have enough income to survive alone. See, that's the other half of what Kevin Samuels used to even preach about, is the fact that most people won't even have the income to make it to survive past retirement age. That's why men and women need each other. Most men aren't going to be rich to just take care of a woman on his own, and secondly, a woman is most likely not going to be rich either, to where she can just supply enough income to take care of herself past retirement age. Possibly you getting sick, somebody losing jobs. See, you have to think about all that stuff, but we just think about being in the fields instead of the reels.
I'm also not like, I'm not really around that many people like that, and I feel like the one people that I have been around have not been the best examples. And I also feel like when it comes down to it, there's a difference between being lusted and being loved. And I feel like I've experienced lust from men majority of my life, and I know the difference between lust and love. So if I can tell someone's interest in me
I don't
is mostly lustfulness, I'm not flattered by that, and I don't care about that.
see, you already gonna have a difficult time, because I hate to say it, men love the physicality of a woman. Like, what are we talking about? A man is going to look at your breast, look at your butt. He's gonna be horny. If you got a healthy guy, he should be horny for you. If he's not, that's a problem. Now, after he gets the goods and y'all do the do, um, if he stays, that matters for sure. And how willing are you willing to keep him around? Also, if you're a good girlfriend or whatnot, to him, and he's a good man to you, you should know who you're dealing with when you just, when you start these guys start courting you and you start actually getting to know them. You should understand exactly what you're dealing before you even give the box up. If you even giving it, I don't know. But to sit here and say that physicality shouldn't matter, it's Delulu.
And it's hard to find men that don't lust after women that actually respect you. Now, I want to say I feel like I might have that struggle more because of one, my weight, being plus size, being bigger, being larger. This is just like a reality that this is what I'm going to say. It's an assumption, but also reality check, because I've been overweight most of my young adult
That's part of the problem.
life.
Yeah.
But also
get you out there and run.
I have like a curvier shape. So I don't know, it's like two things. And I also feel like from a younger age, being curvier got me more of that sexual lustful attention that I did not like, I did not want, and I did not ask for. And I feel like that's also tainted how I view men in a lot of situations, because being lusted over is not something to celebrate, in my opinion, at least. As a woman who is not seeking that, does not care for that, being lusted over by a man is not something that boosts my ego. It really just makes me feel like an object.
Okay, I got a solution to that. And I know y'all probably gonna say, Jay, you sound like a hypocrite. Get you a church man. Get you a church guy. Church guy possibly will not try and objectify you. I would hope not. If he's following, if he's trying to walk like Christ, hopefully he's just more of a very, humble or just reserved individual, to where he doesn't even exude those trait characteristics unless y'all behind closed doors in the bedroom. You feel me? Or if he's trying to marry you, wait until marriage to even try and bust you down. Why not get a godly, church man? That possibly might be the solution. What y'all think about that? I feel like that's what she should be trying to go after. You can't sit here and say that no guy wants you, and you said you curvy or whatnot, so that should be a plus. If you maybe change who you are, I could tell this woman is lazy. She's a slouch. Just being honest, she doesn't want to improve. I think she's a part of the masturbation culture, and I think that's why she acts the way she acts.
I don't appreciate that type of attention from any man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there. Make sure y'all like this. Make sure y'all watch this in its entirety. Make sure y'all like this video. Comment below. I think we gotta start producing better people. Granted, I know we have an influx of people who possibly shouldn't be here or don't even want to be here, and then they don't want to be productive when it comes down to just living a productive life for their families and the people that want to see them thrive. So you got people that's usually rooting in your corner that want the best for you. But then we end up saying, you know what? Nah, I want to take the easy way out. I'm going to be lazy. I don't want to get up. I don't want to do this today. You need to do it for the people that wish they could do it. That's a good, that's what I do a lot of the time. See, I'm giving y'all a lot of the advice that I tell myself. I'm going to go hard because I know somebody else out there wish they could. Ladies, it go the same for you. Go hard because you wish. It's just a chick out there that wish they could go hard, or they could look as beautiful as you, or if they can go do a leg exercise. That's why when I push myself in the gym, man, I'm about to go hit this bench press, man. It's because somebody who ain't got arms, somebody who broke up, paraplegic. He can't get under the leg press. He can't do a squat. You got to do it for the people like that wish they could. And this lady, like I said, she gonna have a hard reality. She's 29, still pretty young, head in the clouds. You get 40, you get 50, and you gonna start sitting like, damn. And you still masturbating at home by yourself. You know, and possibly for women, you know what? For them, she probably ain't gonna never get out of her ways, because usually a man has more of a want for a partner sometimes more than a lot of the women do nowadays. They brainwashed with the way how society got them. So in her mind, she gonna feel like she never need to get with somebody. I'm strong and independent. I could do it on my own. A guy know he want to pick up a chick. Man, most guys don't want to be alone. That's why guys will stay in bad situations just to reinforce the fact that they don't want to be alone. But most chicks, they gonna be okay with it. You know, you got chicks now starting to room with their friends and shit. You know, they got a little mini nursing home in their spots. You feel me? But I want to get y'all thoughts on this, man. I thought this was crazy when I saw it. I'm like, what? 29 never had a boyfriend and this and that. And then I started hearing the reason. I'm like, man, come on, bro. This shouldn't be a reality. You know, but it's a lot of people out here that's gonna be like that. You just gotta choose what side you want to be on. It's like I said, we live in duality. For one who don't want to put in the effort, there's gonna be one that wants to put in the effort, and they're gonna get the outcome. So while she's sitting here blaming the quality and caliber of guys out there, she ain't looking back and reflecting on herself. You know, you point the finger, you got 3 pointing back at you. Remember that. Don't never sit right here and say that it's because of everybody else. No, it's always things we can improve on. We gotta have self accountability. Make sure y'all like the video, comment below. This is your boy JayBReacts. Until next time, y'all. Peace.